Welcome back, everybody. My name is Danielle Doobie, and I will be your game master this evening. For those of you who don't know what that means, basically just means I'm the narrator, the storyteller, along with my fabulous group of actors here who can turn their cameras on whenever they feel like it. We have starting with the ones that I can see first, we have Trad Cheddar, aka Ratman, played by Mirakio. We have the Big Rad Wolf, played by Sophie Dillard. We have Bob the Genie, played by Stephen Peterson. And we have Pinocchio, the real man, played by Frank Pecoraro. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the Land of Tales, a land of your favorite fairy tales from across the globe. Yesterday, we met all of these very interesting characters. We began with Pinocchio praying to the Blue Fairy, who sent him to voicemail. She's a very busy lady. We cut on over to Trad Cheddar, a cool little rat fella who just has a purpose in his heart. And when he sneezes, he turns into his human form, Ratman. From the story, Cinderella. We had then cut over to the Big Rad Wolf, not to be confused with the Big Bad Wolf, or the Big Plaid Wolf, or the Big Vlad Wolf. This here is the Big Rad Wolf. Out surfing and accidentally huffing and puffing and blowing the poor pig's houses down. Went back out to surf and met the same fate as all of our other characters, including Bob the Genie. Bob the Genie from Beauty and the Beast. And if you don't know who Bob the Genie is from Beauty and the Beast, neither did we. In the midst of all of our characters, brilliant, fascinating, high energy, high stakes adventures, they felt an intense pain on various parts of their body as some undiscovered and past discovered runes alighted with some sort of strange, intense magic as yet another wave of magic rippled out across the land, signaling another happily ever after. And they were transported to Bianco, a calm, regal land where they stumbled in on a wedding that they certainly were not invited to and yet attended anyway. Sneaking through, stealing cheese, scaring guests by having a full rat climbing along the food. As they partied, the people around them froze in time as one more magical wave rippled across the land. And they followed a strange cloaked figure through a mirror. As they stepped through the mirror, they found themselves in a huge field with these strange curved structures. And that is where we begin today. I will share my screen. We find our characters here. At the base of what they have recently discovered is a very large skeletal rib cage. Unclear where the hooded figure may have gotten off to, but we ended yesterday's account with all of us arguing about how we got here and why we got here. And as Trad said, it's good to chew on bones, they heard a little voice saying, "Like to chew on bones too," coming from the little tiny mushrooms. The mushrooms then released a cloud of spores out through the air, and we begin by jumping into what in Dungeons and Dragons we call combat. A combat scenario is where our player characters find themselves battling unknown enemies. Currently, they only see little mushrooms who have released some sort of strange spores into the air. While I do a tiny bit of math, players, what are you up to? How are you reacting to these mushrooms?
I'm on my cheese boy's shoulder, Big Rad, and I'm really excited to talk to these mushrooms who also think that it's fun to chew on stuff.
I'm stoked to meet these little mushroom dudes. I'm feeling a little suspicious because, like, mushrooms aren't super supposed to chat with you, but I don't know, man. I already fell out of the ocean into a wedding today and stepped on a sea urchin twice. So I'm just rolling with the waves as they come, man. And if these little mushroom bros say that it's good to chew on bones, I mean, I'm a wolf. I'm not going to disagree. I'm about ready to
I'm
start chomping.
I'm just gonna stay far enough away that they're not chewing on my bones. I think is
Can't beat you
my
over there. You want to come over here?
Are you gonna chew on my bones?
Maybe.
Then no, I don't think I want to come over there.
Oh, you're
The
silly.
hatches! Mayday! Red alert! Everybody, battle stations!
Pinocchio, why are you freaking out, man? You don't even have bones. You're made of wood, right?
I'm a real
Damn,
boy! I'm a real
dang.
man! I'm a
Yeah,
man now!
yeah. But like, I don't know, just because you're a real something doesn't mean your body's a particular way. Do you have bones?
Yes!
Oh, my bad.
Can I
Never
chew
mind.
on them?
No!
Hey,
Hey,
Trad,
Trad,
um,
which side are you
don't chew
on?
on your friends, man.
Oh,
Unless
I'm
they're,
sorry.
you know.
I've never really had friends before. So this is all a little new for me. But do you all
Oh,
want to be my cheese boys?
Yeah.
As you
our
say,
numbers
you
grow.
all want to be my cheese boys. The battle begins, and we begin with Trad Cheddar, just a little rat currently. These mushrooms have sprayed out some type of spore. Do you think that might have tickled your allergies?
I think it might have just done that. Yes. Um, as the spores come up, Trad feels his allergies start to act up. Oh dear. Oh dear. Here it comes. Achoo!
And Trad Cheddar is replaced with Ratman standing here.
Is
Ratman,
he still on my shoulder?
No!
yes.
Dude,
You
you
now
got
have
really
a
big.
full grown man standing on one foot on either shoulder.
Yes.
Take it away,
Gonna-
Trad.
If possible, I would like to just have transformed and be like up on top of Rad. Behold, it is I, Ratman. And I would love to just, Ratman is actually almost just as dexterous as Trad. So I would like to just do a little prance to elegantly land on my feet on Rad's shoulders.
You do. You are standing on Rad's shoulders. The big red wolf is enormous. You are a human, so you can alight up there. You are now 12 feet away from these mushrooms as you stand on top of the big red wolf. What would you like to do?
First and foremost, I announce my presence by alerting my rat signal to the mushrooms. I announce to them, it is I, Ratman, prepare for terror. Can I do like an investigation check to see if I can tell what kind of effect or if I can learn more about these spores that they've released?
Absolutely. For those of us who have never seen or played Dungeons and Dragons before, the way we do this is we roll a 20-sided dice. It has 20 sides. The higher your roll, the better the thing is. So Trad, aka Ratman, is out here trying to understand what's happening with the spores. Ratman will roll a d20, and we would like for Ratman to get a high number here. Otherwise, something silly might happen. Something silly will probably happen regardless. What do you add to your investigation? Do you know?
A big 0.
You know that the spores were released here. They puffed out into the air. They made you sneeze. And now you're standing here.
Oh, thank you, mushrooms. Now you will be extra afraid of my all-intimidating presence. Can I try to intimidate them?
Sure. You can certainly try to intimidate the mushrooms.
I have a +5 to intimidation.
Oh my.
That's a little wild.
Scary
mushrooms,
cat, man.
the mushrooms all look up at you and they go, "Oh, will you chop our little mushroom heads clean off?"
I just brandish my machetes.
Are you going to swipe at these mushrooms?
For now, I'm just trying to scare them away to not mess with us.
Okie dokie. At the end of your turn, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Again, for those of us who have never played before, a saving throw is when you roll a dice to save against something really bad happening to you. So Ratman is going to attempt to avoid this effect.
I have a +5.
And you avoid the effect. Nothing bad happens to you. You're just out here intimidating these mushrooms who look very
Ratman, you can try, you will always fail.
Oh, we weren't really trying. But okay.
Ha ha!
That is going to end. Are you still standing on Big Red Wolf's shoulders?
Oh yeah.
Great. All right, Big Red Wolf, you are up next.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen, man.
Okay,
Dude.
thanks.
How'd you get so huge all of a sudden? Woo,
You know, it's
okay.
really still a mystery to me. It's been 3 years and I'm kind of not over it. I mean, it's just part of who I am. It comes very naturally.
Yeah, you got a lot of confidence there. I like that.
Thank you.
Seeing how well that intimidation stuff, I guess I don't have the best intimidation. I'm gonna go into a rave. I will, because of course I have an old school boombox with me. I'll click on my rave tunes, which I should have done at the wedding last night because those musicians were good, but I heard no Britney Spears. So I'll turn on my tunes, bust out some glow sticks. I'm ready to rock. Oh,
So the Big Red Wolf goes into what we call a rave. Usually in D&D, we would call that a rage. The Big Red Wolf is a barbarian who freaks out and gets so mad, usually, but in this case, so rad.
amped, bro. It's time to fling some glow stick juice at these little shroom boys. Give me that con save, GM. I'm ready for it.
Are you throwing your glow sticks at the mushies?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, great.
Those are my little javelin dudes.
Yes.
No, they're not. Yes, they are.
Yes,
Those
they
are
are.
my little javelin dudes.
Definitely.
I'm throwing tiny little glow stick javelins at all my little fungal friends. We don't have to fight. We can just dance instead, bruh.
Great. What I just rolled was for the big red wolf attacking, which they absolutely did. And now we're going to roll 1d6 damage. So that is how much everybody has an amount of points that they can take before they get knocked unconscious. These mushrooms don't have a lot of health, as you may have guessed. They are mushrooms. But they take 4 plus how much?
4. 8
Um,
total.
they take
Oh
8
no,
points.
6. 6 plus 6 because I'm raving.
Oh, horrible. Great. You do 10 points of damage to these little mushies.
Ow.
As they are like speckled with the highlighter juice inside of glow sticks. And they all go,
That's what it is.
but one, and they all like wither except for one little mushroom who's like, I glow now.
Yeah, man. Isn't it better this way?
Yes.
I got some
Um,
glitter too if you want that.
Yeah. They don't have hands, so they just kind of mushy around.
You don't need
Um,
hands to dance, man.
Ratman doesn't have a great sense of rhythm, but is just trying his best to move along with Rad while standing on his
Yeah.
shoulders.
It's the spirit that counts, bro.
Oh, this is
Just gotta
this is-
ride the wave.
I think I feel
Mm.
joy or maybe excitement. Wow, this is fun, I think.
You need some glow sticks, bro. I'm gonna chuck some at you, but not in an aggressive attack way, because you're my friend. I'm just passing them to you. These aren't the javelin sticks. These are just the regular ones.
It goes well with my rat signal.
I'm going to
Dude.
roll a Constitution save for the big red wolf.
Please add sticks to whatever you roll.
On a 12, which is not high enough to avoid the mushy
No.
effect. Big red wolf, you are dancing along, and some of these spores go up your nose, and you, and you puff your enormous puff. And the last remaining mushroom is knocked down, as is Ratman.
Sorry, bro.
As
Question.
Ratman falls. Yes.
Question. Is this something my danger sense could prevent or no?
It means that you can roll with advantage.
Because
When
I
we-
do see the little mushies
Yeah.
with my wolf eyes. I don't know if you
When we roll advantage in D&D, that just means that we roll 2 dice and take the higher number. Are you mean mugging me with your wolf head?
I was mean mugging.
Well, that's a little better.
Tiny bit.
Hey!
I was mean mugging the mushroom, not you, Doobie.
That's
I'd
fair.
never mean mug a friend.
Also, my fun effect doesn't take effect. You rolled a natural 18. So you are still out here, Raven, with Ratman like dance surfing on your shoulders.
Woo!
Getting the hang of it, bro.
Thank you. That's a really big compliment.
You all watch as this little group of mushies, this little group of mushies, and this little group of mushies all at the same time go, our fallen friend, and release more spores out in your direction.
Oh, dang. Can I? Oh, go ahead.
Would you like to move before your turn's up?
Yes. I was hoping, I don't know if this is allowed, but I was hoping, because I'm not sure what my do I have bonus actions? I'm confused on that point.
Not
Using
right.
your rave was your bonus action.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. In which case, I will move near. Yo, little rat man, you good if we go closer to the remaining mushies?
Yes.
We gotta
Let's
take this party on the road,
charge in.
bro.
Catch them
And
off guard. Onward.
Yeah. I'll start moving us towards whichever group of mushrooms that's still alive is nearest us, and that will be my turn.
Great.
Merci.
You come down over here, It looks like you're in some bushes, but that's only because there's nowhere else for me to put you. So you move on over to these mushrooms that have just released more spores, and then it becomes Bob's turn.
Get him, Bob.
Wait, I want to make some glow too. Do you guys want to glow?
Woo!
And I turn to whichever group of mushrooms looks the most menacing, I guess, or like they're putting out the highest volume of spores.
These ones are bigger than the other two.
Cool. And I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast off at them.
Yes. Bob the
Bob
genius
came here
is
to
a
party.
warlock. And so shoot something called Eldritch Blast out at these mushrooms. I will roll for you.
Bob, that's so sick.
What do you add to this?
I add 6 to it.
Unfortunately, this is not enough to hit the large mushrooms.
I shoot a bolt of my Eldritch Blast comes out as like a kind of like wavy instead of like sharp jagged lines and like a really bright white light as a like little bolt of electricity shoots. And my aim is not quite true. I'll make you glow next time, I promise.
Okay, we believe you. Bob, do you want to move at all?
Yeah, I think I'd like to try to climb up on top of the this little thing a little if I can, just to gain a little height maybe so that I can gain a height advantage on my next attack.
You certainly may. It is you will have to make an acrobatics check to climb
Great.
up there.
I have +4 to acrobatics.
Stunning. You're climbing bone, so you know.
Oh my goodness.
You try to climb up and you like slide like fireman pole back down one of the ribs and kind of land back where you were.
That's a bad turn for Bob.
Bob, use your core. Engage the abdominal floor.
I don't know what that means. I don't think I have one of those. I float a little, so I'm just things aren't quite. I don't think they're quite right.
Can't you just float up?
Connect to the ground, Bob.
I don't touch the ground.
Oh.
See, I'm just it's an inch off the ground.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
So I can't ground into the earth, you know?
That's true.
You're
Bob
perfect the way you are, Bob.
Thanks, Rat Man.
Bob, I just want to say the glow that you set off, even though it didn't do any damage, man, you added so much to the ambiance of this party. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was gorgeous. I'm stoked to be your bro.
Thanks, Wolf.
I couldn't agree more with you, Rad. And what's more is you're following your purpose, Bob. And that's the truest thing you could do.
I would like it noted for the audience that they have all met each other. All of these characters met each other an hour and a half ago. Just for your knowledge. So, Pinocchio,
best friends
I've ever met.
Pinocchio is up next.
Pinocchio would love to start out. Everybody's having a great time. Pinocchio is not having a great time. Pinocchio is very scared and is very upset by the situation and is kind of having like a dissonance between seeing all these new friends like elated and excited in the face of harrowing danger. So he's going to bravely take maybe like 5 or 10 steps backwards.
All right.
Very, very bravely. He's going to clasp his little gloved hands together. He's going to do some like Naruto like hand motiony things, and he's going to grab his nose and say, "I got to your nose," and toss it out, casting a spiritual weapon and summoning a giant nose to attack the large group of mushrooms to his left.
Ridiculous. I love it.
No! Does adding 6 do anything to that?
It makes it not a 4, and it instead makes it a 10. But you throw your nose at these mushrooms, and they all go, ooh, and split themselves, and your nose goes straight through them.
Okay, Pinocchio, I don't know if I can do... I'm trying to do the voice without my nose. It's not working. Uh,
Doug.
Pinocchio will again like clasp his gloved hands together, and as he stretches them apart, like a small bell is going to apparate, and he is going to flick it with both of his fingers and cast a cantrip for his action, Toll the Dead on those same mushrooms. They have to make a DC 14 Wisdom save or take 1d8 damage.
Okay, they are not super wise. They're little mushrooms. Yeah, no, they don't do it. They are gonna take some damage.
Woo!
Nice.
Respectable.
Not too shabby. You send out this energy, the mushrooms are like, and you fry like 3 of them right off the bunch.
Yum.
Before turns are over, I'm so sorry, Bob, that I didn't make you make a constitution check at the end of your turn. So
Oh,
I must do that now.
no.
I'm sorry.
I had 3. Oh, come on.
You are next to these guys. So as you like feel these spores like itching into your sinuses, you are fully distracted and you start sneezing.
Is there anything I'm able to do since I can can I give him my danger sense or like give him advantage because of my danger sense?
That would be so kind of you, and no, you may not do that.
I do have interception.
Interception works if somebody is making what Trad Cheddar, Ratman, Mia is talking about is they have an ability to jump in front and like negate some of the damage with their swords. Unfortunately, this is like gaseous, so it's not super going to work. You are basically under the effects, Bob, of Tasha's hideous laughter, but instead of laughing, you are just achoo, achoo, achoo.
Because I'm used to being able to intercept,
you.
I'm just saying,
Bless
get
you.
out of here, spores! You're
Bless
no
you.
match for Ratman! You
Bless you.
will not affect Bob! Don't worry, Bob, I've got you protected.
Bob
Thanks.
continues to sneeze.
Bless
I
you.
don't think it's
Bless
helping,
you.
but
Why isn't this
thank
working?
you.
Bless you. Bless you.
Spores! Get out of here!
I also need to make a Constitution saving throw for Pinocchio.
Since my nose is giant and attacking mushrooms, is it possible for me to sneeze?
Would it be a disembodied sneeze?
Haha!
You know, that logic is sound. I don't think you can sneeze if you're not wearing your nose. So this Constitution save, this specific Constitution saving throw, that plus the fact that you're a million miles away from these mushrooms, you don't have to make this save.
No, Bob, just cut off your nose.
No, this is a magic trick. Please do not cut off your nose or spite your face.
Oh, wait, never mind, man. Don't do that. Take it back. Bad idea.
More,
No.
more mushrooms sprout up around you.
More sprout?
More sprout out. On your turns, you are welcome to make what we call a perception check. That just basically means that our characters are looking around for some sort of danger. So on your turn, you may make a perception check to understand like what's going on here, or like an arcana check, arcana meaning magic, to figure out like how this is happening. Alrighty, Trad. Ratman, currently balanced on Big Rad Wolf's shoulders. What can we do for you?
Yes, Ratman is going to cast Bless. So sorry. Ratman is going to cast Detect Magic.
Cool. All of these mushrooms have little magic auras around them. So you can see that they are all glowing magically. I will let you make a perception check with this detect magic with advantage. Because you cast a spell about it.
It's Arcana.
This one's going to be perception, but you have a
Okay.
19 plus 4 or 5.
I had 5.
Oh.
You notice, like, as these mushrooms start popping up and your detect magic is going, your eyes, like, glow with an orange hue as the power of the pumpkin rushes through you. And you see coming from over here in one of these tents a little, like, bolt of magic as these mushrooms spring back up.
Okay. Can I summon my my carriage?
Sure.
I give the rat call. Squeak, 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 squeak. And I summon my pumpkin carriage, which comes rolling in next to me if the GM will allow that.
Yes, you can have your pumpkin carriage.
And I would like to spring off of Rad's shoulders, do a flip, and land in my pumpkin carriage.
Whoa!
And I would like to move towards what I saw.
Okay. You've done an action and you summoned this thing, so I'm going to say that you can probably take half of its movement. And you are going to get, when you, in Dungeons and Dragons, when you move through an enemy space, when you try to get past an enemy, they get what's called opportunity attacks. So the ability to, like, as someone is rushing by you, reach out and smack them. Player characters get this, and bad guys get this, if you can classify the mushies as bad guys. But you would make it here-ish, and they are all going to make attacks on you.
Do I get a bonus action for my turn?
You summoning the
Was my bonus?
carriage was the bonus action.
Okay.
What is your armor class?
AC 16.
Awesome. An armor class is how high on this dice I have to roll in order to do any sort of damage to Ratman. That is the big mushies are going to hit you. The little mushrooms are not, and then the other little mushrooms will also hit you. Ratman is going to take 14 points of damage.
Dewey, didn't you say they have to? My AC is a 16.
Yes.
They roll a 16.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they do. Just like the player characters, the bad guys also add things to their rolls that I keep secret so that the players can't mess with me. So Trad is going to take, what did I say, 13 points of damage?
I think you might have said 14.
Thanks for keeping me honest.
You
14
know,
points of
didn't want
damage.
to.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is. Well, you took attacks from big group of mushrooms. You took attack from two little groups of mushrooms as you, like, raced past. But you are well on your way towards investigating these tents over here.
Ratman just looks at the mushrooms and wipes blood off of his face and says, "That's all you have? It's gonna take more than that to bring down Ratman."
We just want you to stay here, hang out with us, like this guy. And now it's the big red wolf's turn.
It's party, man. Benevolent GM, you said we could make a perception check. Is this true?
It is.
Could you / would you allow instead a nature check since they're little mushies?
Sure. Yeah.
Go. That's a +3 then.
Oh.
All right. Big fat nat 1. Those mushrooms sure are mushy.
what we just referred to was a nat 1 or a natural 1. So when we play D&D and you roll the dice and it pops up the lowest number possible, it is like the worst case scenario. But on the other side, if you roll a natural 20, it pops up a 20, then you like best case scenario, you don't really have to worry about anything. Unfortunately, for my good friend the big red wolf, you've just rolled a 1. These mushies, unclear how they came to be. You think that they probably just like want to be your buds, and they're just summoning more of themselves because they want to hang out with you so bad.
They're trying to party, yo. Why
Yeah,
are we
they're
trying to
just wanting
fight? I mean, I respect that, but I gotta say, y'all are really fun to hang with, but I don't love that you're intentionally uh being predatory towards my new bro's allergies. So I'm still gonna have to do some business. Bless you. I'm gonna still have to bless you, do some business about it. Because we can hang, bro. We can even hang 10, bro. But
Woo!
you can't be messing with my bros, dude.
I don't have
Uh,
many friends, but it seems to me that this behavior is not how you get someone to be your friend.
You are not
that's
friend.
right. What?
I'm saying Trad Cheddar is not here anymore. Trad Cheddar is off in your little carriage.
Oh, right. That
I'm
was
just
dope.
I'm just yelling to the mushrooms. This isn't how you make friends.
We
Also,
can totally
I'm
hang.
Ratman.
I'm so sorry.
Who is Trad Cheddar?
I think okay.
Are they? I have lore questions later. Okay, tell me if this makes any mechanical sense, DM, GM, because what I would like to do in my heart of hearts is
Take out my boogie board, which functions as a whip, because it's got the little thing, the little leash that like goes around your wrist. And what I really want to do is like spin in a big circle and with my boogie board out and just smack a bunch of mushies. But I don't know, how does that go, dudes?
So you being a barbarian means that technically you can take 2 swings right now. You can frenzy and you can take a second swing. So you can, as you spin about, you can hit either these 2 groups of like little mushrooms on either side of you, or you can move a little and get big mushies and little mushies.
I'm player brain says the big mushies are more threatening. Would that probably be what Big Rad would surmise?
You did roll a natural 1 on trying
Oh,
to understand
yeah.
about these,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. We gotta dance where we're planted, man. I'm gonna whip out this boogie board and I'm just swirling around.
Awesome. So you're going to make 2 attacks with your swinging boogie board. What do you add to this?
That's a great question. So on my little sheety sheet, I just have boogie board whip, but the weapons that I have that have numbers by them,
Mm-hmm.
none of them are the whip.
What do you add to your strength?
Please hold. 4. No, 6 because raid.
Great. So you're adding +8, so it is going to hit. That one is also going to hit because you're hitting these little tiny mushies.
This is how we party, bros.
Do I assume one of those was my bonus action, right?
Yes, but
Dope.
as you spin this boogie board around, you absolutely annihilate 2 groups of these little mushrooms, and the spores that were around them fall to the ground harmless.
That's right, man. We can hang, but not in like an allergy way, it's just not friendly. I would also with my movement, I'd like to like kind of fire dancer twirl with my boogie board and head towards the big mush group.
Big mush group. Yeah, you can do that without a problem. You're right here.
Love it.
Because you have gotten closer to Big Mush Group, I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I would love to.
Awesome.
God, buttholes. Okay.
Big Red Wolf falls unconscious.
No.
Wait. Do I get advantage because danger sense?
Yes,
Ah!
Hey!
yes, you do.
Woo! Yeah!
Spicy dice.
So, for those
Oh,
of you who don't
that was a
understand
great
what
catch.
just happened,
Let's go to red, y'all.
Big Red Wolf went from rolling the worst thing that they could roll to the best thing. So instead of being knocked unconscious, Big Red Wolf is no longer affected by the spores. Can just kind of
Forever?
pop about.
Woo!
And
Tight, bro.
I think you would also know that, like, Ratman is headed out over here to investigate something that is happening.
Ratman, where you going, bro?
Did you get caught by the spores?
I don't know, man. I smacked a bunch of mushies with my boogie board, and now I can breathe real good.
Great job! That's amazing! I'm checking out the root of their magic, I think. I'm gonna cut them off from the jump.
Oh, that guy's really smart.
Ha!
Bless you.
And I think that's my tween.
That is your turn. Up next, everywhere. I don't know. Can I draw things? I can draw things. I know how to draw things. Everywhere in this radius, the ground beneath you shakes and erupts. It eats all of these mushrooms. They don't even get a save against it as this earth like sprouts up and like crumbles underneath, twists and turns. Big Rad Wolf, Bob, and Pinocchio all need to roll to not get caught here. It is a dexterity saving throw, meaning
This
they
is-
gotta move quick.
Dope! It's like land surfing. I also get advantage on deck saves, just so you know.
Oh, of course. Big Red Wolf is totally fine, and I'm gonna say jumps out of the radius. We're going with Bob next.
Bob.
No.
Bob.
I will resolve what that does in
No.
1 second.
I haven't rolled over a 5 tonight.
This ain't
No,
right, Bob.
Bob.
Somebody's
Hey.
out to get you.
Can I?
We'll defend you, Bob, or we'll avenge you, Bob.
No, I mean honestly it tracks because I'm still sneezing. So
Bless you.
Bob is
Can
still-
I cast something on Bob if I see that happening?
What are you trying to cast on Bob?
Sanctuary?
You are 1,000,000 miles away from being in range to cast Sanctuary, and also I don't believe that's a reaction.
It's a bonus action.
Not the same. All right, this one's for Pinocchio. All right.
Hey.
Pinocchio also jumps out of the radius of this, taking no damage.
Bob!
Bob.
Bob, no!
Bob is going to take 18 points of damage. That is, for those of us who don't know, everyone here is level 3. 18 points of damage is pretty significant.
it's 2/3 of my life.
Oh, you're alive. You're alive. You are stuck in this nonsense growth, but you're alive. You live. All of these mushrooms are dead. All of them are dead. They cannot survive. And I think because Ratman is like riding towards this other situation because you've already like caught a glimpse of what it is you're looking at, you see that same magic like envelop that area coming from where you're headed to. So you think whatever's over here might be causing this chaos.
Is that the same tent that I saw the hooded person go in last night with that check?
That is the same tent that you saw the hooded figure walking into.
Mm.
You sneaky, sneaky genie. It's your turn.
I call over to Bob. I don't know if he can hear me, but I just say, "We will come and save you, Bob. Don't worry, Ratman will save the day."
Am I still subject to Tasha's hideous sneezes?
I will say that gives you a Constitution saving throw for sure.
But if the mushies are dead, how am I? Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
you are right. The mushies die and the spores dissipate. Good. 10 out of 10. Yeah, you are no longer sneezing a million miles an hour.
Great, because I was going to say I wouldn't be able to take any action if that was the case.
That is true, but you can do stuff now.
Thank
Um,
heck.
Because I'm
Do I
Ratman.
seem if
Sorry, Bob.
what's up?
I was just gonna say, because I'm Ratman, I don't say this out loud, but Ratman is thinking about how Bob still has his cheese supply, and is very worried about that.
Okay.
Wonderful. So am I would I think that if I were to try to move around in this deformed land that I might be subject to the same pain that I just went through?
You think that if you think it's going to be difficult to get out of, and if you stay there, you definitely will. But if you manage to get out of there, then you won't be subject to the pain.
Okie dokie. I guess I'll try to get out of there then.
What is your movement?
30.
You can get like right to the edge of it. If you use your whole turn, you can get out of it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. And then once you're out of it, your movement is regular, so you go you can move another 6 squares if you want to.
Sure, I'll head in the direction of the tent. Hopefully without taking an opportunity attack, trying not to get too close to anything.
Yeah, I'll say that you go up and over. So you managed to get over here, avoiding the mushrooms. Do you have a bonus action?
Nope.
But you're out of there. And you don't have to make any Constitution saving throws. And now it's Pinocchio's turn. 1,000,000 miles away from all the things.
How far can Pinocchio move towards the tent without going into the horrible blue box of damage and pain?
You would have to like go around it, so you could move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could get like right here.
Okay. And if I take the hypotenuse, can I get any further or no? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
You'd have to cut through this.
Oh, and it's difficult terrain, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I'll move. I'll move where you had me before, and let's see. I still have the nose, but the nose can't do anything right now. I think I think Pinocchio will use his action to use the dash to move his same movement again, and get as close to the tent as possible. And then what would I like to do for a bonus action? Do I have one? Pinocchio would love to cast a spell. He is going to take the little feather from his cap, and he's going to kind of like move it a little bit and blow it towards Bob, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds, or no, Healing Word. Since that can be done at a distance, it'll be a D4 plus 4 health back to Bob.
Awesome. Bob gets 5 health back.
I'm trying my best, Bob.
Thank you so much, Pinocchio. Bob's having a bad day.
Poor Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Okay.
But Bob is now the closest to this tent, which is exciting. Mostly. More mushrooms. pop up here and here. And that is that. Trad Cheddar, Ratman.
So I'm in my pumpkin carriage. Wasn't I near the tent, or I'm down by the big rad wolf?
Yes, but now you're in the carriage, which you can just get right over here. Right.
Okay, could I take uh Big Red Wolf, would you like to join me on my carriage to go closer to the tent?
Do I fit in there?
Can I try to put Rad on top?
I could like attach my boogie board to it and then like surf behind.
Will you ride with me?
Are you messing with me because we're in front of an audience? Is that what's happening?
No. We would never.
You would never.
Yeah,
Not us.
so cool.
Monsters. All right. So Big Red Wolf will have to make a dexterity check. So it will be an acrobatics to stay. Athletics, right, is strength based. So Big Red Wolf is very strong and can hold on. Unfortunately, this is acrobatics, which relies on your dexterity a little bit more.
What do you say? Acrobatics check?
Yeah.
Okay. +5, baby.
Annoying. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You can ride on top of something.
Rad, hold on. And I drive my pumpkin carriage very
I had no
speedily.
idea land surfing could be this dope. This is rad.
Great job, Rad. We've arrived. And I hop out of the pumpkin carriage with both of my machetes out. And okay, so right now there are mushrooms. Where exactly is this glowing that I saw?
It's coming from inside this tent.
Okay. I would
Can you
love...
make a new door in the tent?
What did you say, Bob?
Can you make a new door in the tent?
No. It's flaps of curtain fabric.
That sounds real easy to rip.
Well, can't we just barge right through the tent?
Yeah, you could just go inside if you want to.
Okay. I would like to cast Searing Smite on it.
Okay, so Searing Smite is a thing that you cast on your weapon. So you'll have to make an attack with your weapon.
Okay, I cast it on my machetes and I say to Bob and Rad, stand back! And I charge towards the tent and...
Okay.
Well, this guy really knows how to make an entrance.
Okay. You for sure
you.
do it. You deal your damage to the tent. It's a tent. It fails against the saving throw because it is a tent.
But it also ignites.
It erupts in flame from your Ratman, will you tell us what this magic looks like as it coats your swords?
Yeah, so as I approach the tent, my swords are glowing, and then when I strike, it causes an eruption to take place, like open flame on gasoline, and it goes straight up into the air with a fiery burst, and sparks fly. And I say, "Ha-ha! The magic is gone! Ratman."
That's some rad pyro, dude.
The tent
That was
is
so cool.
erupting in flame. Everyone who's around there can hear someone like frantically moving about trying to get out of the flame. It's not their turn, so they can't. It is, however, the Big Red Wolf's turn.
Okay. So here's the thing. I loved that really rad display of pyrotechnics. And Bob, remember we were talking about fire dancers earlier? It's kind of like that, sort of.
Oh,
Um,
cool. So the person
just
in the
use
tent, that they're fire dancing?
yeah, actually, yeah,
Cool.
yeah. I think you're catching on, man. Um,
Awesome.
my only concern is like we don't know who's in there, so like they could be a friend, they could be a frenemy. We don't really know yet. Um, so oh man, I don't really want to run into fire is the only thing. Um, ba, ba, ba. Where's my? I have to read my stats. Pardon me.
What the big red wolf is looking at right now are all of our players have a sheet that looks like full nonsense if you've never seen this before.
But even if you have,
And even if you have, it looks like nonsense.
where's my? I can't find. I'm looking for my daunting roar.
I know what that is. You can
Okay,
the great huff puff.
the great huff puff. Can I huff and puff and either? I don't know. So I want to either blow out the fire or try to blow the guy out of the tent, like to get him out of the fire so I can go mess with him.
I feel like those are two different effects. So which one would you like to
Hmm.
choose to do?
Are either of those allowed by like either of those would be okay. I guess that I should have framed my question that way. In that case, real sorry, Rat Man. That was dope as all get out. I'm gonna kind of control Z that a little bit though. Just yeah, I'm on a huff and I'm on a puff and I'm on a party the house.
Uh which effect are you
Oh,
attempting?
I'm blowing the fire out. Sorry.
All right. You not only do you blow the fire out, you blow so heavily that all of the fabric shreds off of the like structure, and you see inside this tent there's nothing here except a figure standing tall with that cape still on, although singed by fire, that immediately turns their collar up and like shoves their shoulder in your direction so that you cannot see their face.
Oh, what you doing? Why don't you want to show us your face, man? Okay. Um, with
Your purpose does not seem just. Ratman screams at them.
why are you flinging mushrooms at us, bro? And like, not in a party way, but in like an attack way. Do I have a bonus action? Can I grapple him?
Yes. I think that's how that works. I think you can use your frenzy to attack.
I want to try to grapple this bro and like hug it out, man. You know, some people don't like hugs, and that's fine.
You walk over to hug them and you trip on their cape. Face down. Yeah, real cartoon. Woo! You fall right on your butt. These mushies will explode a little bit. And that's that. Bob, you are up next.
Amazing. I think Bob's gonna try to make this figure in the tent glow like we were trying to make the mushrooms glow. And is gonna try to rinse and repeat, throw a little bolt of flowy white lightning at this guy and say, "Hey, you tripped me, and that actually kind of really hurt."
Bob.
No, so close.
No! Oh no!
Oh,
Why
Bob.
couldn't it be the 19?
Or literally anything else.
Oh my goodness.
Bob, if you keep believing your purpose will come true.
On the upside, this is really showing the audience the full range of days a character can have.
Bob's bad day.
Bob's bad day.
Bob's no
Land of
good,
Tales
very
2,
bad,
Bob's
horrible
bad
day.
day.
No!
Unfortunately, because Bob is standing right next to this little group of mushrooms, Bob also has to make a Constitution saving throw, and I do feel really bad about this.
Before that happens, I would love to just take
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. You called it before it happened. It didn't happen yet. It didn't happen yet.
I do wanna Bob's gonna be like, I think I need to try something a little different. And Bob is gonna, with bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my club, my little mace.
Yeah.
And run towards the
Dude.
tent. Which may be
You can move towards the tent.
great.
I am still going to need to Constitution save, but I will roll it with advantage this time because you have moved away. Hey, Bob doesn't get sick via
Finally.
mushroom.
Good lord.
Yes, Bob.
Love to see it.
Oh, goodness.
Stunning. And now we have Pinocchio.
Can I see the hooded figure? Are they visible to me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Pinocchio would like to move tentatively closer, not so close as to get close to the mushrooms, but close enough that he can, be more effective. He's going to summon his nose back to his face, and he is going to instead just call out and be like, hey, Mr. Hooded Man, it'd be pretty cool if you stopped doing what you're doing and moving and any of that kind of stuff. It would be amazing if you would just do that. And he'll snap his suspenders against his chest and cast Hold Person on the hooded figure. That will be a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh,
They do resist it. That was about to be real bad for me.
That's okay. That's all right. We work with what we have.
This guy doesn't even like invisible hugs. Wow. Okay.
No.
It does
Good to
become
know.
this Pinocchio, you've moved, you used your bonus in action.
Yeah, I don't have a bonus to put forward, so yeah.
Fair enough. This figure hunches up. You are all kind of moving around them, making it incredibly difficult for them to hide their face. They turn and magic ensconces them as they go. They get enormous and full of shadow. Everyone is going to make a perception check before this effect happens. So I will just roll down the line. We've got Bob up first.
Mine's flat.
Flat. We've got Big Red Wolf.
+1.
Big Red Wolf has no idea what's going on.
No clue, man.
Pinocchio,
+4.
double no idea what's going on. Pinocchio is blinded as this happens. Well, Ratman and only Ratman. As this creature grows and shadow surrounds them, you see a pair of glowing blue eyes. You see long, dark hair. You see dark, gorgeous skin. And I think you would be able to put together that this is the same person that Pinocchio was dancing with. The cold queen from the wedding. And as they grow in size, shadow rips out at all of you, and you all hear a booming voice in your head going, "You are not in the right story." And this magic reverberates out. You are all shredded from this world, falling back through time and space. And that's where we're going to end.
No! Oh my god.
What?
That's where we're going to end, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this truly insane.
Yay.
They'll all be fine. Don't worry about them. They'll all be fine. We we are hoping to continue this in the near future. Thank you all so much for coming out today. If you enjoyed it, we can add you all onto our mailing list and let you know when we come back so that you can continue on these wild, terrifying adventures. Thank you all so much for being here. Everybody, shout out to Mirakio as Trad Cheddar, aka Ratman. Shout out to Sophie Dillard as the Big Red Wolf. Shout out to Bob the Genie, who really took that like a champ. Thank you, Stephen Peterson.
MVP.
And Pinocchio by Frankie. Oh, my voice. And I, as usual, am your game master, Danielle Doobie. Thank you so much. It's lovely to play for you all today. See y'all. I will answer one audience question. Yes, I did. You got me. You got me, and you can yell at me later. All right, everybody. Signing off. Have a great night.